Systems, a partner and a friend.
Hi, Ron Hughes here with Pattison Liquid Systems from Lemberg, Saskatchewan, Canada. Today we're going to go over our 2,600 gallon liquid cart. So this cart, as set up here today, is set up with our 9303 hydraulic pump. Got the standard 2116 front tires on it with an 8,000 pound hub and spindles. The back tires are 2826s with 16,000 pound hubs and spindles. I'll start on the front end. You can see we run our carts ready to go. They're field ready. We've got the hydraulic lines plumbed, ready to hook up to the implement. We've got our return line for the flow and sectional control system plumbed, and then our supply feed line comes up as well. So you can see our pump set up here. We use a 9303 stainless high pro pump. The pump has a little bit more capacity than we would need in most cases. Its max output is 160 gallons a minute. We're probably in most cases in the field looking for 10 to 40 gallons a minute. But what we get from this pump is we're not running it maxed out, and it's very similar to the pump used on most high clearance sprayers. So it doesn't matter where you are, you'll always be able to get parts for it. The shaft and impeller and seals are all very common parts. And you're going to be looking at about a 10 gallon a minute draw on tractor hydraulics. We've got our filter system. It's nice and low to the ground. It's easy. It's outside the frame. Easy to dump. Yet it's high enough if you're in tough conditions that you're not going to rip it off. We suggest on the hydraulic pumps filter between the tank and the pump, so that's this filter here, running a 30 mesh screen. You'll want to have an 80 mesh screen between the pump and your distribution kit, but running a 30 mesh screen will keep this pump from cavitating and running dry, and yet still taking all the big particles out. We have a 75 psi spike valve built into the system as well, so if we ever have a valve lock or something ahead of this pump, we're not gonna shock it. And we have an air bleed on here too, so if you do run your pump dry, we can bleed the air out without having to dismantle the pump or take any bleed screws out. So this is the front end of our 2610 liquid caddy. We've got our 3.5 inch ball riding on our poly sockets inside here. You're going to want to give this a shot of grease once a day. Again, on our front axle, 8,000 pound hubs and spindles. These brackets bolted to the hitch here are going to mount on the hitch. This is set up for transport right now. But this is going to carry our hydraulic lines and our supply and return lines for the liquid product. So on the back of our 2610 tow behind cart, you're going to see we've got our standard 6.5 horse Honda pump, or Honda motor with a banjo pump. This pump is rated for 330 gallons a minute, so pretty quick fill time. There's also an optional 13 horsepower pump that's rated for 440 gallons a minute. This caddy is also equipped with our auto shutoff. So we have a float in the top of the tank. When it's set to the auto position, you can start filling off your nurse unit and then go start to fill the seat cart or check runs or make your sandwich in the cab. If you're not paying attention and the cart fills and you're not here to shut the pump off, when that float trips, it'll shut the pump off and you just come back and disconnect your hoses after. Another nice feature we have on here is the three-way valve setup on the pump, so on the intake side. So we use this pump to pull product off of the transfer unit, but if you're stuck sitting for 2 or 3 days and you want to recirculate the product in your tank, if you had to leave some in, you can just flip the three-way valves and we can turn product, or we can pull product out of the liquid cart and pump it back onto a nurse unit. Slow moving vehicle sign and the marker lights over the tires, and our chem wash station that's on all of our caddies, so some fresh water to wash your hands. In the top there's spot to put spare filters or any tools. Okay, that's it for 2610. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions on this Caddy or any of our other units or any of our other products or services, please give us a call or check us out on the web at liquidsystems.net. Thank you.